Hey, what's going on, everybody? We are live with another edition of Keep Calm and Carry. We are on episode, what are we at, 47? Is that what we are at? Yeah, let's go ahead and mute myself there. I don't want to listen to myself again. 47. Hey, 47. We're not quite there, but almost to 50. And if we get to 50 here soon, I'll probably just get a whole bunch of different people on together with me, just kind of like what Tundra Tactical did a couple months ago. That was completely and utterly ridiculous. Just so you guys know, tonight's drink of choice is going to be Basil Hayden's Caribbean Reserve Rum. And this is actually a bourbon that is aged in rum barrels. So very good, very fruity. Yes, we'll go with fruity. So cheers to you guys on a lovely Monday night. Thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it. You know, I always appreciate you guys swinging by and spending some time with me on a Monday night. Everybody's trying to shake off the weekend, and I get it. But tonight is all about you guys. I want you guys to put questions and comments and everything else in the chat room so we can talk about what's new with you. It's been a couple weeks since we've had a live chat. And hopefully, if the schedules work out, I'm going to have a really awesome guest next week. I've just got to figure out the scheduling portion of it. But I think next Monday night, we're good to go with a really awesome guest. So let's get over to the chat room. Let's say hi to everybody and see what we've got going on. Blitz jumping in there first, saying the yeet. Good to see you, Vanessa Kitty. Hey, how you doing? The Grim Reaper. Good to see you. Good to see that video on Instagram too of you guys shooting. That was pretty awesome. Hey, we got a celebrity here. George Washington has showed up. Our first president is here in the chat room. Hello, citizens, he says. And then we got the Archangel, Danger Noodle. Oh, goodness, you crack me up. Shepard's in there. GG, LFG, GG. Good to see you. Always good to see you. Hope you're feeling all right this evening. The Gun Snob. Hey, it's good to see you. Operator Tony. Good to see you too, sir. Thanks for swinging by. We've got Richard from across the ocean in the Britons. Right? Good to see you there, sir. Thank you so much. Blitz jumping in there saying, tonight's chat sponsored by Taurus. No, it's not. It's not sponsored by Taurus, nor will it ever be sponsored by Taurus. I don't think I'm probably on their most liked lists. Coincidentally, if you guys don't know, I talked about it in my last video I put out on Friday. Something I came across, I didn't even know about this until about a couple of weeks ago, that 2 executives from Taurus were indicted by the Brazilian government for knowingly selling 8,000 firearms to an arms dealer. And those weapons ended up in the Yemen war. Civil war, insurgency, whatever you want to call it. And that just blew my mind. It just blew my mind. That's something that did pop up in 2016. So it is a little bit dated. And I'm not sure what has happened since then. I can't find any information or any update articles about that. But that bothers me a little bit, you know? And I think it flies below a lot of people's radar. So I don't know. You know, what are you going to do? So let's see here. Grim, we're trying to get it higher than the Storm Area 51. Yeah, we're talking about Storm Tundra Nation Link. Storm Tundra Nation Link is what Operator Tony's talking about. I was actually looking forward to the Area 51 picnic. I mean, seems pretty awesome. And I think that tidal wave has gone far too long to be able to retract. And I would imagine there's going to be a lot of people that show up for that. Not thousands, maybe a few hundred, but I would imagine there's going to be a number of people. So, man, that's good stuff. All right, let's see. GGLFGG says that he's been looking at the HK P30 SKS V3. I'm telling you, man, you get that, oh, man, you get that thing in your hand, you're going to love it, even if it is a hammer fired pistol. Let's see what else we got going in there. I'm wanting to trade my 410 that was grandpa's for a G19. I don't know. I'm very sentimental. I don't know if I could trade something that had been passed down to me. So yeah. So getting closer to making a decision um, on that P30. Let's see what else we got going on. Are you trying to kill that drink with those ice cubes? Yes, operator Tony. I drink my bourbon, my scotch, my whiskey, all of that with ice cubes because number one, I like a cold drink. Number two is as the ice cubes melt, the bite isn't so harsh, right? So I can drink it a little bit easier. So cold drink. I probably should get one of those big freaking ice ball makers, and just dump one of those in there when I drink, so it won't melt so fast. But yeah, I know it's the wrong way to do it, but that's the way I do it. That's the way I like it. So, all right, let's see. The Grim Reaper says, in reference to Taurus, after this weekend, I'm giving my G2C away. And I've debated on telling you guys this story because by no means am I wanting accolades or anything like that. I just, I had a, I had a I had something resting on my heart. I had a viewer reach out to me through email and asked me, hey, I'm young. I'm 24. I've got a wife. I think he had one or two kids. I can't remember, at least one. He doesn't make much money, and he's looking for a decent firearm to protect himself and his family. And we went back and forth through email a little bit. And I made the decision to go ahead and send him. I asked him, I said, hey, check out the videos that I have on the Taurus G2C. For a family that doesn't have a lot of money, this might be a good option for you. Take a look at it, see what you think. Look at my videos, look at some other people's videos, and see what you think. And if that's a pistol that you'd like, let me know, and we'll work something out. So he replied back. He said, "Yeah, that looks good, and I think that's the pistol I'd like to buy. If you have one, I'd be more happy to buy it from you." Well, this guy lives in Arizona. So I thought about it long and hard, and I decided I'm just going to give it to him. I was going to go ahead and give it to him. So I sent him an email, and I said, I need your FFL information. I'm going to send this G2C to you for free. I'm paying for everything. Pay for shipping. I'm throwing in a holster. I've got some Ear Pro and Eye Pro that I'm going to send you, and boxed it up and sent it his way. And I said, the only thing that I ask of you, obviously it's going from one FFL to another, is you have to pass a 4473 and a background check. And if everything works out to be good to go, the only thing that I ask for you is the money that you saved by not purchasing this pistol, I want you to put towards training. I don't care what training it is. That's for you to decide. But I do want to know, I want to hear back from you on what training you did end up taking. I do feel that training is far more important than the pistol that you have. So, just let me know. And I hope that it goes to a good purpose. Obviously you don't know very much about people, but I had it kind of on my heart, and I felt that this was going to be a good opportunity to help someone in need. So it was all done legally. It had to go through a 4473 and a background check and all that jazz. So, yeah. So my Taurus G2C has now a new owner. So there we go. I'd like to hear what you guys think about that. Sound off in the chat room. Let me know. Hey, Izzy's jumped in there. Hey, good to see you. It's not Monday, or it's not Tuesday. It's Monday. It's not Tuesday. The question is, did you eat tacos for dinner? That's a good question. Let's see. Shepard says, I'm still dreaming of a PSA AKV in OD green, but dang, always not in stock. And yeah, I know that is so unbelievably frustrating, but I'm telling you, it is worth the wait. I promise you it is worth the wait. If you can hold out and just continue to hammer PSA on a daily basis. From what I've heard, especially in my comment section, the the deals will go up 2:30 Eastern time, I think is what they say, or maybe it's 3:30. It's 2:30 or 3:30, and they recycle or re-update all of their daily stuff. So if you guys are interested in AKV, check around 2:30 or 3:30 on the East Coast, whatever that works out to be your time, and just check to see if they're there. They will sell. If they have 10, those things will be sold out really quick. So um, be prepared. So let's see what else we got. Uh, if you have something, if you have a question for me, go ahead and put the at Fit and Fire. So at Fit apostrophe in space fire, and then put your question, because that's going to give me a highlighted Fit and Fire, so I know I can key in. And know that you guys are asking me a question. So I would appreciate it. Still dreaming of that AK. Izzy Long, always good to see you. Rebels, oh my goodness, Rebels saying that my beard is starting to look almost manly. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Cheers to you, sir. It is only almost manly, but it's only going to be there for about another 3 months, and then it's going to get trimmed way down when Mama Bear comes home from Afghanistan. So, let's see. Shooting with Uncle Dan. Good to see you. He's talking about the Ruger Security 9. I'm actually very interested in the Ruger Security 9. I'm not sure where the conversation is on that, but they have the Security 9 Compact that's coming in right around the $350 mark, and I think that may be something that we need to take a look at for the channel. I like the Glock 48. Hey, to each their own. I'm not a big fan of the Glock 48 myself. I'm sure that it's just fine. I'm sure there's nothing about it, but Izzy Long says Mark and John Lovell Battle of the Beards. Man, I tell you what, I would love to be able to be at the same place as him with this beard right now. It is starting to look good. I've been doing this. My brother and my dad, especially my dad. I was with my dad this weekend, and I was doing this the entire time, just shaping that that beard right there, trying to get it to be like Pat McNamara. It's not going to happen. So, let's see. That's one way to welcome a person to the firearms community. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and that's kind of what I was aiming for. I don't want, like I said, I'm not bringing it up to have any type of accolades or anything like that. It's just something that was on my heart, and I wanted to, talk about it. So. Not an antique. Not an antique. Not at all. That's funny. Let's see. What's your take on the Glock 48? So, Fred, yeah, that's a good question. I think that for some people it works great, but I fall into the John Lovell camp. The Warrior Poet, he put out a video talking about that, and he feels that that the Glock 43, the standard Glock 43, is actually a better concealable weapon, because the biggest piece of a firearm to conceal is going to be, and let me double check to make sure that my micro carry here is empty. So the biggest piece is going to be right here, right? That's the hardest part to conceal on a firearm. So by extending that out, you are now creating a harder firearm to conceal, especially if you carry appendix. I carry appendix, been doing it for about 3 years now. I've never had a problem. I did get a chance to put the 365 XL in my hand, and that was really nice. I really liked it, but the grip is wider and longer. The grip comes out to about here on it. So again, another pistol that's going to be a little bit harder to conceal for a person that's my size. And that's kind of my take on it. Like I said, I think it's going to be a great pistol. I don't think that there's anything to concern yourself about it. If you like it, if you can find a range that will let you rent one, I'd say, hey, go try it out, see what you think. If you like it, run with it. But that's just my take on it. I don't. The longer pistol grips, like they've done on the, let's see, what have they done them on? They've done them on the 19X. They've done them on the Glock 45, the Glock 43X, and the Glock 48. Those longer grips, for people that have beefier hands, work great. I don't have very large hands. The 19 grip works well for me, and I just, it's hard to conceal. So, all right. So I'm going to tilt the computer down just a little bit so you guys can see my favorite shirt. This is my favorite shirt. Okay. Big Boba Fett fan. We're doing Star Wars weekend. I've done Star Wars all weekend long for some reason. Todd Schmidt jumping in from Colorado. Man, I saw your live that you did on Facebook, and you had those deer within 10 yards of you. That is crazy. Let's see. I'm a little behind here. I'm going to try to catch up with you guys. Let's see. Rebels saying that's blasphemy. Mama learns to deal with the thigh tickle. Come on, man. Come on. Archangel's asking, how's the MMA going? Still training? I am technically still training. My gym is 9 rounds, so it is a kickboxing gym. I still go. Last week I went Monday through Friday. I started off today, this evening, with a great workout. On the weekends, something comes up every single weekend, and I haven't been able to go to my striking class that I normally go to. So training is still kind of going. Whether or not I'll fight again, I don't know. If Mama Bear has any say in it, the answer is no. But yeah. Blitz wanting to know, are you looking at the P365 XL? I would like to try it first. I know that I talked to KS Gun Guy this weekend, and got to see him. We're going to be talking about a couple of things that, I'll just say I got to see him this weekend and hang out with him for a little bit, and saw the P365 XL that he is testing right now. So there'll be a video coming up from him here pretty soon, which will be pretty awesome. And I liked it. Whether or not I would change from this guy to that, I don't know, because it starts to approach the size of a Glock 19. I've got a Glock 19 I love and will not change until it breaks. The P365 is perfect for me and kind of a gym carry. I can carry it with my shorts because the holster I have from Wolf Hollow Tactical is it's got this ulti clip on it, and that thing just locks into place and will not move. So that's something I really do like. Let's see what else we got here. Danger Noodle says, talking to Shooting with Uncle Dan, it's because Blitz said chat was sponsored by Taurus. You guys cracked me up with that. Shepard saying, I love my P365 and I'm looking to getting an XL someday, but what do you think about the odds of it releasing an FDE? I would imagine a couple of years. I would say if they don't pop it out next year, then it would probably be 2021, maybe SHOT Show for 2021. That would be pretty cool because they just did FDE for the 365 this year. So, and that was basically 2 years, year and a half after they released that at NRAM, and that's pretty cool, I guess. I think that the XL for some people are going to work great, and if it does, great. Yeah, I'm the Glock 19 or micro subcompact, so, or micro compact, whatever they call that. So yeah, that's what I'm going with. Art saying Boba Fett is the best underrated character ever. Yes, and he is, I think, I think if I remember correctly, and I know the Grim Reaper will correct me if I'm wrong, but as a lead character, he has the fewest lines in the series. So that's pretty weird. So, but yeah. Wait a second. Hey, yeah, there's Drew. Drew jumping in there. Good to see you. Hot and humid down in southern Alabama. Sure do miss you, man. Revolting Man coming in there saying Sig is just the current hotness and have a reflexivity rejects anything that is popular. Yeah, I can understand that. I do know that Harry's Holsters did a video and he's had problems with his Excel. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. GGLFG saying, so you don't want part of the collection, a lot of hammers. Yeah, there's a lot of hammers in there. There's a lot of hammers. I guess that will be a point that the brother and I will have to we'll have to fight over. So I think we've divvied up most of them, but yeah, there are going to be a lot of hammers now. Depends on which hammers we're talking about. I mean, if we're talking about the Colt single action, I think the brother and I are going to have to really get after a fist fight on that one. So, uh, let's take a break real quick. Great chat, guys. Thanks for jumping in there. I'm going to take a break real quick because I need to do this month's installment of Tac Pack. We just got it in the mail yesterday, Saturday. Saturday is when I got it in the mail. So I opened it up because I'm a kid on Christmas. Anytime that I get a Tac Pack in the mail, and I cannot wait just to see what's going inside of it. I just took a look at the things, but I don't really know what's going on with it. So as always, you get a little card talking about everything going on with it. I'm a big fan of Tac Pack. They've been a big supporter of the channel, sending me a box every single month, and I sure do appreciate it. One of the great things is there's always something new to me. There's something that I need, and then there's always something that I can use to kind of give away or whatever. So the first thing is something I always need are shirts. So they sent this shirt, and I believe, if I remember, let's see here. Yeah. It's a 9-line t-shirt. So let's take a look at which one this is. Boom. It's a Spartan shirt of sorts. So there it is, 9-line. That's pretty awesome. And in large. So 9-lines are great, a great company. I really do like everything that they do for the first responders community. So this is actually a very timely deal. I don't know what you want to call it, gift, whatever, product, I guess. So this goes around your magnification ring on your scopes, and I'm actually working on a project right now for low power variable optics. So this is going to be very well needed. So just so you guys are keeping tally, 9-line t-shirt is $22. The Eagle Eye, what I just showed you, that's $20. So that basically almost makes up for the entire kit right there. Here is always a freaking knife. They are huge on knives, which I like. This is going to be a fixed blade, and this is the SOG Ace fixed blade. It's $27 for right there. Those three things are going to push you over the cost of the pack. It's a unique design. Sheath included a groove for cord cutting and a grippy textured rubber handle. So let's go ahead and break into it real quick and see what it feels like. I'm a knife guy. I like knives. I don't get into all of the nuances. As long as they're sharp, I'm good with them. Yeah, let's see here. All right. Kind of get you guys an idea of what it's like. So it is actually pretty cool because the sheath does have a little slit in it so that you can use it to be kind of an impromptu seat belt carrier or cutter, and or cord cutter or something like that. So as you can see, the blade is visible right there, and you can cut if you need to. It is a very rubbery texture, so yeah, pretty good. There we go. Snaps into place. So that's pretty cool. And then finally, we have the last thing in here is from Cutter Machine Works. It's the Warthog. It's 22 bucks. So we got 20, 40, 64, 71, $91 on the pack right there. So it is a buffer spring for your AR-15, and it says a local Ohio company to the back. Tac Pack Head Q. We have started a relationship with these guys at the beginning of 2019 to get a quality American-made buffer spring at your doorstep. This buffer spring is quieter and reduces the twang noise as you shoot. And the reason for that is, I don't know if you guys can see that, but the spring is flat instead of rounded like a normal buffer spring is. So it is actually a flat piece of metal that they've coiled. So you know what? We're going to throw that into one of the ARs, and we'll take it out to the range and let you guys know if it does in fact make things quieter. So there you go. August Tac Pack hints is summer is far from over. We are getting and we are just getting bigger and better from here on out. August has 5 total items, including 1 highly demanded item for your 2 spherical. I can't pronounce that word. I'm not that great of a reader, so. So it looks like some type of iPro of some sorts. So, and then they have the absolute most innovative, clever little tool you'll ever come across. We're excited for you all to see this one. So there you go. All right, great. There's Tac Pack for the month of July. So thank you to them for supporting the channel and bringing these boxes here. So, all right, there we go. Ethan Hopewell jumping in. Hi from Michigan. Good to see you. Thanks for swinging by. I sure do always appreciate it. Let's see. I just lost my place here. Blitz jumping in there saying I carry a Kimber Micro 9 right now and add the extra danger of a malfunction to the situation. That's funny. My wife actually has a Micro 9 and absolutely loves it. We've ran a couple hundred rounds through it and have had 0 problems. I know a couple hundred rounds is just still in the break-in period, but I'm pretty cool. Art saying, super nerd, you're right. FET does have lines, and I don't even remember that. That's funny. Alrighty. So yeah, it is a pretty nice t-shirt. I'm pretty happy with that. Scrolling through here, trying to keep up. Captain Polly says, greetings from California. Sorry for you to be there. Blitz also jumping in there, saying that the PPQ-SF is a really, really nice gun. Yeah, I'd say that. Yeah. GGLFG jumping in there saying that he's decided to go ahead and take the Colt single action army with him. And he supposes the DNC would come after it even then. Probably. But I don't know. I think you're pretty safe with it being a wheel gun and a single action on top of that. So, yeah. I think you'd be okay. But if that's what you want to do, we'll make it happen. All right. The other thing I wanted to jump in on is saying thank you to my Patreon peeps. You guys know that I do have Patreon. A lot of you guys in the chat room are a part of the Patreon team, and I do appreciate it. I'm going to start trying to be a little bit more active in posting in the Patreon feeds, more than just early release of videos. I'm going to do some discount codes and stuff like that as some of that stuff comes through. So you guys will get first access to all of that, and just as a great way to say thank you. Naturally, I'm going to start doing some giveaways for you guys as well. I mentioned that I hung out with KS Gun Guy this past weekend, and he actually showed me some really cool firearms, and I want to see what I can do to try to get on the channel to kind of give you my take on them. The first one I talked about already was the P365XL. He's doing a video on that. This last Saturday morning, he released his SIG P320X5 Legion video. He showed me that. Oh my Lord, that pistol is a Ferrari. Let me tell you, that thing is unbelievable. It is heavy, so the recoil it's going to mitigate recoil very well, and then the recoil spring is extremely light. I mean, I could take it and just do this, so easily. So that was one real cool thing. And then he also showed me the XTAR EP9 pistol caliber pistol, and I was somewhat impressed with it. I need to run some rounds through it to kind of get a feel for it, but it's extremely light because it does have a polymer lower receiver. So the majority of the pistol is polymer, besides obviously the barrel and the bolt, buffer spring tube, receiver extension, whatever you want to call it. So that was something real interesting. And yeah, so I'm gonna see if I can do to get either see if KS will let me borrow his, or if I can reach out to XTAR and run a review for that. Because once I did my MPX video, I did get a lot of people asking me to take a look at the XTAR. Didn't even know what it was, and then I looked it up and I was like, oh, okay, so we'll check it out and see what we can do. Shepard saying that XTAR is a nice 9mm. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Pretty nice. Hey. Oh my goodness. Tactical Toolbox jumping in. What's up, Fuzzy Bunny? It's good to see you, man. Thank you so much. I have to say real quick, plug, if you guys don't watch Tactical Toolbox, you guys definitely need to check him out. But I want to say a huge thank you to him over there because obviously, you guys know one of the things that I've been pushing right now has been Patreon, because my channel has been completely demonetized, and I am going to stay demonetized for a little bit. After talking to KS this weekend, he and I are going to remonetize together at the same time. He's able to remonetize on August 7th, and I'm going to attempt to remonetize on the same day. And we're going to do it as a social experiment to find out if what he has done and what I have done is going to change anything. So we'll see. But I want to say thank you to Tactical Toolbox, because he has been a huge help with the channel as far as understanding things that I can do, things I shouldn't do, and so on and so forth. And it's just really helping me understand how to be better at what I'm doing. So I sure do appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Let's see what else we got going on. All right. So question, you guys, is something I've been struggling with. And I'm going to take a break here. I'm going to pop open the safe because I got something to show you guys, and I don't know what to do. And I'm going to need you guys' help a little bit, because I'm waffling back and forth on what to do here. So give me 1 second. I should have been a little bit more prepared, but I wasn't. I'll make sure that nothing falls out of the safe here. Some of you guys might be able to see what's going on, but talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. All right. Sorry about that, guys. All right, let's get into it. Okay. Shepard, your code is 123456. What? Only an idiot puts that code on their stuff. What's the code? 12345. Oh man, that's the code for my luggage. Please tell me you guys know what movie I'm trying to murder right there. I'm pretty sure someone knows. But it does follow in the theme of this right here. All right. So you guys know this beautiful thing right here. This is my Aero Precision M4E1 pistol. Naturally, I keep the thing loaded because I have a daughter in the house. I don't like to keep this chambered with a round, but I do have 30 round magazine ready to go. I did a video talking about this light here, and I really do love this setup. All right, this is a 11.5 inch ballistic advantage barrel with a flash hider. This is the dead air flash hider for their Sandman cans. Obviously, you know I love the Romeo 5. I've got a Maytech flip up sight with a Daniel Defense fixed front sight, SBA 3, M4E1 upper lower, and then a Geisley SSAE trigger. So, also K2 grip, real shallow angle on that. Love it to death. This ran through the tactical response fighting rifle course and ran flawlessly. About the only thing that I did to cause malfunctions on this was that I ran it dry. I didn't keep reapplying grease or oil. So yeah. So the one thing that I love about M4E1 is this right here. As you guys can see, the Picatinny section right there just runs perfectly. It's not broken up like other standard AR-15s. You usually have that real long block right there. And yeah, so Tactical Toolbox saying that was the first pistol I ever built. Yeah, right on. That, and I need a to recharge. Yeah. So yeah, so that is this pistol, but a lot of you guys know I do have my FFL, or excuse me, my suppressor in FFL gel. So I'm waiting for the Form 4 to come back and everything's complete. So that means that I've got this guy right here that I just built. Literally just built this a week ago, and some GI mags that I got in there. Exactly the same setup that I got going on. It's an M4E1, only this time it is chambered in 300 blackout. So I have a 10.5 inch Faxon barrel with, of course, the same flash hider on it, but this time it's obviously for 30 cal, running the MRO on this, and I like to run it a little bit forward to give me a little bit better peripheral vision. So that's what I run there. And then the SBA 4 from SB Tactical, and I really like it. I really like it because there is so much more oomph, or there's so much, it's so beefy on the backside of it. That's something I really do like. If you ever meet my wife, you'll understand why. So love you, babe. But it actually got a Geisley trigger in it, K2, and yeah. So there's that one, and then naturally we have the MP5 clone from Pakistani Ordnance Factory. And so the question is to you guys, for a home defense setup that you can easily suppress, because I can suppress all three of these with the can that I bought. So in a home defense setup, which is going to be the best option. I have my personal opinion on that. I personally think that the 300 blackout is going to be the best option, but there I kind of waffle back and forth. I've got this awesome setup with the 5.56 that I can still suppress with the same can. I've got the 300 blackout, which has a large variety of different rounds that you can use, whether it's be subsonic or standard ammunition, and then same with the M9 is you can buy standard velocity or subsonic as well, and I can suppress it. This does have a threaded barrel and a tri-lug attachment as well, so I'd have to figure out how to do that with my suppressor. Sure, it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but my question to you guys is, what would be your caliber of choice for your home defense setup? We're not talking handguns. We're talking about, you know, AR style pistols or AKs. I mean, even AKs. Let me know what you guys are, what you guys think. So I see that Ghost Tactical jumping in there. Good to see you, bud. Love me a MP5. MP5, it's nice. It's good to shoot. The only thing that I don't like about this setup is when I get in here and I shoot, look where my ear is compared to this brace. I wear ear muffs, and when I shoot, it's kicking that ear muff up and breaking that seal on my ear muffs. So another cool thing this weekend, I got to hang out with KS Gun Guy this weekend. I also got to hang out with Corinne Mosier, Shield Maiden, right? If you guys are on Instagram, you might know who she is. She's a Kansas City native and a really, really good friend of the channel. So I got to hang out with her, and then Stilettos and Shotguns was in town. They teamed up together for a deal at Centerfire Shooting Sports in Olathe, Kansas, and had a late lunch, early dinner with them. Really good conversation. But one of the things that came out of that discussion is me looking into the Walker hearing aids. They're basically a Howard Light style earmuff or active hearing protection. Only it's in an hearing aid that will dampen the shots of firearms, but also allow you to hear what's going on around you. So let's get back to the chat room. Two Wheel Man NC says 300 blackout with a can, right? Yep. Richard says 300 sub with a can. Absolutely. Drew saying 5.56. Let's see. Mark jumping in there. Hey, how you doing, Mark? Good to see you. Let's see. What else? Who else? Let's see. Shepard saying, I feel like I'd want to run the MP5 clone, but that 300 blackout would probably be a better choice. I think either way, it really doesn't matter. The MP5 or the 300 blackout, it's basically going to be kind of a toss up between them. I like the 300 blackout because I think it's going to have a little bit more kinetic energy when it hits its target. So Tactical Toolbox jumping in there says you would need to get the Decibels Ear Pro. Yeah, definitely going to have to check that out. I'll see what I can do. Ghost Tactical as a carry is a little crazy. But not like in a bad crazy, right? So yeah, she's a sweetheart. I got to meet her husband as well. Was a really cool dude, Navy guy. He's Navy, so. Gizzard Gary jumping in there. And then the Grim Reaper saying, I say the 5.56 with a can. And, that was what I was going to go for. But after my last outing with a suppressed 5.56, for a home defense gun, that's kind of where I get really stuck in the mud, because you can't get subsonic ammunition for a 5.56 can, right? Or for a 5.56 round. with a can. So you're going to be stuck with a supersonic round that will have a very loud crack, and then you've got an enclosed, room around you that you're shooting. So if you don't have the ability to throw your ear pro on or anything like that, and you fire that thing, even though it's suppressed, it still has the potential to cause hearing loss. At the end of the day, that's really not the biggest concern that you should have. It should be protecting your life and your loved ones, but it's one of those factors to consider as well, because in my case, I have a daughter to concern myself with, and not only her life but her hearing is important as well. So that's kind of the point that I'm getting at. So yeah. Let's see here. So that was kind of like the biggest question I had for you guys. Thanks for the response on that. And I'm writing Tactical Toolbox. I'm writing that comment down about the decibels. So we'll check that out and see if I can get some hearing pro from them. That would be super cool. All righty. So let me know what other questions you guys have, and what's going on in your world. That's something I really am interested in. Um, Something you guys may not know, and I would encourage you guys, if you do have Instagram, is to swing by Instagram and follow me on Instagram, because one of the new developments that I'm getting myself into is I'm actually writing articles now. I wrote an article for a prepper blog that I posted on my Instagram feed. So if you guys are interested in swinging by and checking that out, you can just send me a direct message or a DM on Instagram, and I can send you the link to that article. And it's a very interesting take on journalism, I guess. I mean, what I'm doing is just an opinion piece anyway, but I get a better appreciation for people who write for a living, especially like our friend Micro Jackie, right? So Micro Warrior Jackie Billings herself with guns.com. I always had a respect for her for what she does, but now that I'm under deadlines and trying to type things out and get things out, um, much more respect for her. So Blitz wanting to know, when am I going to wear, when will I be wearing the unicorn t-shirt? I don't know. That's good. That's good. I'll have to think about that. Mario jumping in. Good to see you, buddy. And Keith Gregory. There's a Navy guy for you. I'm just talking not really talking trash. I was just making a comment about the Navy, but there you go. So that really kind of wraps the show up for today, unless you guys have more comments or questions or anything that you wanted me to touch on. Oh, Art jumping in there. I'm just now seeing this. So again, guys, if you have a question specifically for me or just the chat room, there's two different ways. If you just have it for the chat room, just write your question out. But if you have it for me, make sure you put the @Fit and Fire, so I know that you guys are directing that at me. It pops up there, so I'll be able to see it a little bit better. But Art is asking, does anyone consider 9mm PCC a viable home defense option? And I would say absolutely, for a couple different reasons. Number one is most people have a pistol on their nightstand next to them. Most people, for the most part, I would say there's probably a preponderance of people that would have a 9mm pistol on their nightstand next to them, especially with the popularity of striker fired pistols like Glock 19, Glock 17, Glock 48, so on and so forth, right? Smith & Wesson's, M&Ps. I'm not talking just Glocks, but you get what I'm trying to say. So if a 9mm pistol is just as good for home defense, a 9mm PCC would be even better. Typically, PCCs are going to have longer barrels, which is going to have more of a dwell time. There's going to be more pressures built up. The velocity of the round's going to be even higher once it leaves the muzzle. So it's going to have more energy when it hits the target. So I would say yes, absolutely. PCCs would be a good option. Now, there's a lot of debate when it comes to over penetration. 9mm would be better than 300 blackout or whatever the case may be. I don't know enough really to say whether that stuff is true or not. I would just think in my own head that a 9mm PCC would be a better option if you live in an urban environment, such as an apartment, or your houses are very, very close together, like the townhomes in Chicago or something like that. Those would be things that I would say a PCC would do better than, say, a 5.56 AR pistol or a 300 blackout. So something like an MP5 clone with a SB tactical brace would be a great option, I think. So, all right. Let's see. Did you happen to check out the Wiseman split fix for your SB brace? No, I didn't. Please elaborate on what you're talking about. I'm not sure what you guys are talking about there. Let's thoughts on the SIG P365. So I did cover that earlier, Keith, but I'll go over it real quick. P365 is my micro compact carry. If I need to wear something to go to the gym, I'm wearing this, especially with this holster from Wolf Hollow Tactical. It has the ulti clip on it, which is really nice. So that clip, if you guys can see right there, just goes in and wrenches right on down and does not move. So if I'm wearing like gym shorts, this is a great option for that. I've had zero issues with the 365. About the only thing that I've had is with the slide not staying open or locking back on the last round, but I honestly think that has something to do with me pushing down on the slide release, so more operator error. So I have had zero issues with my P365, and if you guys are interested, the born on date was May 2018. So I think most of the fixes has happened since then, right? So I've had zero issues, no failure to feeds, failure to ejects, failure to fires, none of that stuff. So really do like that. Let's see, sent you the link in Patreon, but it was during a late night. I have to go back and check that out. I'm sorry, Blitz. I'm sure you did send it, and I'm sure I looked at it, but I don't remember what my thoughts were on that. So let's see. Did you see the TFB video on over-penetration? Shotgun, yeah. Shotgun's going to do a lot of over-penetration. 9mm with much shorter barrel is what plenty of people carry. Would be plenty usable in a home with a long barrel. Yeah, I think so too. Alrighty. So my coworker has the P365. He said he is a Glock guy, but really loves P365. Yeah, and Keith, and to kind of rehash, I did get a chance to hold the P365 XL in my hand for about 90 seconds. And within that 90 seconds, I was already wowed by it. Whether or not I'm going to go out and buy one right away, probably not. Matter of fact, I'm actually looking at reducing a number of my firearms. I've got a couple that I'm thinking of selling, and surprisingly enough, this one may be on the chopping block. Not because I don't like it. I absolutely love this pistol, but I'm looking at purchasing an Arsenal 107, and in order for me to do that, I got to free up some inventory, right? So that is what I'm looking at. Your top 3 guns. Let's see, your top 3 all-time guns that you don't own but want someday? Oh, that is an awesome question. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna take a big drink out of that one. Whew. All right. So if you guys have been with the live chats for any period of time, you will know that C96 or the Mauser broom handle is my like all-time favorite gun. So that is the number one. If I could find a period collect red number 9 Browning or Mauser broom handle, that would be number one on the hit list. That would be number one. Um, let's see. There's a revolver that I like. Um, I don't know which one it is. Um, I'm going to pass on that one. It's not that one because you top three because I got more than top three. All right, so the number two would be a Luger. I mean, everybody wants a Luger, especially a Luger chambered in 9mm. That would be definitely number two. Don't own one. I have had a chance to shoot one. A lot of fun. A lot of fun to shoot. So, broom handle, Luger, and then let's see. So I'm gonna do two lists. I'm gonna do pistols and I'm gonna do non-pistols. All right. So broom handle, Luger, and then I would probably say a high power, a Brownie high power. I'm a big fan of of Brownie high powers. High powers. I know that Grand Thumb has been posting some really cool pictures of Brownie high powers here lately that have been customized, which are really, really super cool. Got flat triggers and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm a big fan. Ronin is one of my favorite movies, and Robert De Niro has a Brownie high power in that movie. So those would probably be the top three pistols that I don't own that I would like to own. And I'm a historical guy, so there's going to be historical. So when it comes to non-pistols, number one, without a shadow of a doubt, is going to be a G36. Um, Angel Verdun. She's been on the channel before. I'm a huge fan of hers. Follow her on Instagram, and she runs a G36, and I just love the look of that thing. I would actually like to change this up to a standard length MP5, not the K version. This is technically a reverse stretch, is what they call it. So what that means is from here forward, it's a K. From here back, it's a standard length because of the one pin that they have. True MP5Ks are going to have two pins to hold the back plate on. But I think that I would like the longer length on that just to get a better grip on it, right? As you hold up. So yeah, so that would be number two. Number three. Now these are things that that's legal for you to obtain. Number three right now, which I'm working hard to make it a reality, is going to be the Arsenal 107 or a Rifle Dynamics AK. So I do have a AK, and I'll have a video out for you guys here pretty soon. Supposed to be out at the range this last weekend, but rain came through, and then it stopped raining, then it started raining, so I decided not to go. And probably should have just went ahead and gone, but I'll be out there next weekend to do some filming, and got a couple different projects I'm going to work on. So looking at probably about a good 4-hour range trip next week to get everything done. So let's see. GG says P38 SVW Gray Ghost ? No, because you have one. So I don't need to worry about that. G36 is legit. Yeah, it is. Isn't the G36 the rifle used in Starship Troopers? Laugh out loud. No, kill the bugs. No, that would actually be like a Tavor because it's a bullpup. The Ooh, wait a second. Is it a bullpup? No, it's not a bullpup. I think you're right. Let's see if we can do a Google search and find out. Let's geek out for a second. Starship Troopers rifle. And so it is a bullpup. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie. So it is not a G36, but it does look like a G36. So it looks like what they did was they took a G36 and turned it into a bullpup, but left like the magazine well or something. So it is the, let's see. I'm doing some Google searching. I'm trying to read through here real quick. They call it the Murata Mark 1. And it's a the full-size Murata Mark 1 is built around the Ruger Mini 14 AC 5.56 rifles with an underslung Ithaca 37 shotgun. The Ruger AC 5.56 used its pop-up. Dang it. The Ruger AC 5.56 is housed in a modified Muzzleite MZ14 bullpup stock. So there you have it. It is a Ruger, surprisingly enough. Wow. I would have never guessed that. So crazy stuff right there. Let's see. Captain Polly says you get more done with an MP5 and a smile than just than just a smile alone. You're absolutely right. Let's see. All right. Wait. Hey. Oh, hi, Mark. Hey, Tundra Tactical. Hey, guys. Oh my goodness. Tundra Tactical has some awesome news. So, hey, flies, man, dang it. Congratulations to you, brother. I am so unbelievably happy for you and for Megatron and everything that is going on with you guys. Things will never be the same, and it's never going to be the same in a good way. And so congratulations to you. I am so utterly excited, and I really hope that everything is going well for you guys. I know that Ellie was a little bit early, but not to worry. Coriana was early too. And I'm just, oh man, I cannot believe how excited I am for you guys. So congratulations to you. If you guys don't know, Megatron did give birth to little Ellie. She was a little early and has been in the NICU, but it looks like Tundra, correct me if I'm wrong, is yeah. Ellie is already getting ready to challenge Uncle Mark. She's got her boxing gloves on already, and everything is going good. I think. Let us know, Tundra. Sound off in the comments there. She's 2 pounds 11 ounces, which is very tiny. Coriana was 4 pounds 10 ounces. So yeah, man. Gosh, so excited for you guys. Oh man. Give Mago a big kiss for me, a big hug, and tell her job well done. So yeah. And then Brad, hey, jumping in there. Good to see you. Thanks. Let's see. Both Ellie and Mama are out of the ICUs. Yes. All right. Even better news. Oh my gosh, that is so happy for you guys. All right. And I will tell you, so I have 2 kids, right? My son will turn 21 next month. My goodness, I can't believe that. And I'm going to actually take him out for his first legal beer. I'm taking a trip down there. to yeah, to hang out with him. And then, of course, you guys know I have Corianne as well. And I can tell you that I was two different people with both my kids. Obviously, there was a big separation in the time that Jaden was born to the time that Corianne was born, and I was a little bit more strict with Jaden because I was a different person at that time than I am with Corianna. And we've talked through that with both of the kids, but I can tell you that I am far more patient now, being older and being a different person, having a lot more life experience and a lot more perspective with my daughter than I had been with my son. And I do kind of regret that a little bit. I wish I would have been the same person for both, but I was young. I was really young. I was a kid myself, basically having a kid. So, um, and yeah. So, but y- yeah, I keep forgetting you have a second kid. Yeah, yeah. So you should see a picture of him next month when we go and hang out on Instagram. So or Facebook. It should be on both of those. So, hmm. So don't worry about Ellie, Tyler. Everything's going to work out just fine. Feed her when you need to feed her. Feed her when she's hungry, and she's going to plump up really quick. I promise you. I mentioned this to you in a text, but when when Corianna was little, the nurses said when she's hungry, you just feed her. And we took her in for a 6 month update or 6 month appointment and checkup, I guess. And they said, yeah, we need you to go ahead and not feed her as much because she's in the 25th percentile for her height and her 90th percentile for her weight. So there you go. Hey, thanks, Art. I appreciate that. We do our best as parents, and ultimately, your son can still learn from you. Yep. Yeah. And, you know, we talk regularly, and I'm glad that I still have a great connection with him. So, yep. All right. So, yeah. No, no, my no Mario. We are not going to the strip club. I'm taking him to a respectable place to have his first beer. I naturally will have a top shelf bourbon or scotch, and we'll go from there. It'll be whatever he wants. So, yeah, the Grim Reaper says my son was premature. Yeah, he was. Yeah, I remember that. So, all right. G2C life. No, 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 no. The G2C is gone. Talked about that a little bit earlier. The G2C is gone. And so is a period of my life. But we won't forget it because it's forever on the internet. Okay. It is 8 minutes past 10 o'clock. I have a German Shepherd that is clawing at my back door. So I'm going to have to start wrapping things up. Trainer. Top shelf scotch with ice. Yeah, it's going to be with ice because I like my drinks cold. Let's see. Danger Noodle jumping in there says, I'm going to watch some Tundra Tactical after this and quietly cry. It's funny. All right. I don't have anything else to drink. So it is time to wrap everything up. Thank you so much for spending your Monday night with me. That's really awesome. I sure do appreciate it. If you haven't already, please hit the thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. Shepard jumping in saying thank you very much for the stream tonight. Take care. Peace be with you. Peace be with you, sir. And I will catch you guys next week. Next week, really hope the schedule is going to work out. I have a really awesome guest. I think you guys are going to be very interested in that. So please share it with your friends and let everybody know. Naturally, if you guys are interested in getting in touch with me, I have all of that information down below. I've actually whatever. I've put links back into my comments. So I have a new Amazon top 10. Fitandfire.com is always there. Patreon, PayPal, all that stuff is there as well. Thank you so much. And as always, keep calm and carry. Have a great week. We'll see you guys later. Bye, y'all.